My name is Lena Becerra, and the exhibition is called Hatch, and it talks about connections and waving things in community. I'm really interested in just speaking out on my experiences back home in Argentina with other women. In 2015, there was a really big movement started in Argentina of feminism, and that really made me rethink everything that I learned, and I had to deconstruct my whole beliefs, and that reflected on my art a lot. These three pieces are called skin. I wanted to use something really synthetic but also connected to the skin, like latex, and put all these inscriptions like codes. They talk about all the marks that we carry on with us, that tell a story, tell our story, but they're also intention, like they're tense and they're being pulled and they're dripping stuff because things happen. In Gallery 2, there's an installation called Holy Right to Decide. It talks about feeling that pain of not being able to decide about your own body because someone else, some other institution thinks that is wrong and that they should decide for you. So that work is called Sometimes Pain Speaks for Me, and it's a reflection about pain and really ripping apart some things, some situations, and how that is like connected to other things. Pain is something we go through, not just as a person, but also as a collective. Some pains are like inherited, and those structures have been there for so long. That work is called Every 28 Hours. It was the number of femicides, one every 28 hours, just for January 2019. It speaks about the connection and the way of measuring time and how sometimes media can also just see that just as a number. And I wanted to speak that that is a person, that is a woman. My work is called Cell, and I was playing with English language, which is not my first language, and how cell in English means the organic cell of our body, but also like a structure that's keeping you inside, like it's holding you sometimes against your will. And I wanted to talk about all these really big structures, the ones that we build ourselves and the ones that we are imposed. So this is a new work. It's called Rituales Paganos, and it's one of the last things I've been working on, which is rituals and spirituality, but outside of the normal institutions. I'm interested in all those paganic cultures that in South America are so big, and I feel they are a response to what we were imposed. And I feel it's so important to have that, and also all of the rituals that we do and we build with our own communities. The work that is part of Rituales Paganos is made out of a latex. It talks about process and also about some kind of skin structure, something that is inherited on us. This work doesn't have a title. It's a series of drawings and a lot of prints, and they were all made during lockdown in 2020. They have a different time to it. It's about discovering what's in there, and I was trying to express so many things about being locked, being far, not being able to be in community with others. My relationship with the color red and the thread material has to do with the feeling that I wanted to produce something very visceral and something that takes you to the feeling of pain, but also the feeling of something that connects. And thread is so organic, but at the same time tells a story itself. And the color red just talks about this very deep feeling this very deep reflection about pain. I really wanted to have a conversation with the audience and let them have a reflection, their own reflection on this thing about pain, and just bring in my story from South America and all these things that we are living in there, and see how that conversation reaches in here with this community, and how people would feel about talking about these things that are confronting, disrupting